Global estimate shows that about 1 billion tons of waste is produced annually. If this waste is mismanaged, this might hurt the environment, and that is where insect comes in. The efficiency in converting this waste into nutrient-rich biomass has been shown to improve soil health. Also, insects can be transformed into food and feed that can actually meet the nutritional requirements of animals and humans. And insect production also goes a long way to create jobs and income globally. Two major companies, Synergy and Insectipro, actually driving these enterprises so as to create a future-proof circular food system that we can rely on. Globally, there has been a projection that by 2050, the world population is going to swell to about 9.7 billion people. This will lead to increased demand, both for food and protein sources, and this will require a lot of land and a lot of water. About 1,900 species of insects are already being consumed by 2 billion people globally. Based on the efficiency in insect production system, there's a huge future for insects as food for humans.
When you research what are Kenyans malnourished in, the answer is zinc, iron, and protein. And what is a cricket very high in is zinc and iron. So we thought this was good additive to flour to make it nutritious to help us close that nutritional gap. Our cricket setup looks like this. These are cricket eggs. Each lady can lay 300 to 400 eggs in total over a period of 2 to 3 weeks. And after 10 days, we transfer them to their new home. In this crate, we have our feeding trays with our dry feed. We have fresh leaves from our garden. Week 4 to 5. You can see a few of them have become adults and they have wings, but most of them are what we call at a good harvesting stage. Our final stage, and the noise that you hear, or the noise that's most associated with crickets, is where they mate to lay eggs. Welcome to our mini kitchen. When we harvest the crickets, we put them first in the freezer. After a day or so in the freezer, we let them defrost and we get them ready for the oven.
We've done a large-scale market study in the entire Nairobi. Surprisingly, it was more appreciated in the lower middle class parts of Nairobi.
So we started focusing more on cricket flour, because cricket flour you can include in everything.
We like it, the kids like it, very nutritious. Everything about it is better. We are raising the bar a bit higher.
Times are changing fast and things are changing fast, so insects would be a good alternative in the near future, and I think it will be well received.
The poop that comes from the crickets you can put back on the field as a more natural fertilizer. So it is a circular economy because it is fully closed loop.
The whole idea around Synergy is to collect both sanitation and organic waste and then to process that waste into useful end products that solve problems on the agriculture side and on the energy side. So it's all about zero waste circular economy approach to really bring a sustainable solution that addresses waste management, sanitation, as well as whatever challenges that we face in agriculture in terms of soil fertility, as well in terms of animal health and nutrition. We started off with the toilet side, the non-profit Fresh Life. What you were doing at the time is you were setting up Fresh Life toilets within communities. And the goal there was to safely contain, transport, and then repurpose that waste into organic fertilizer. We build infrastructure to be able to contain both sanitation and organic waste. And then we build the logistics system to transport the organic and sanitation waste to our treatment facility. And then what we do is we have a production line for black soldier flies. What the black soldier flies larvae do is they feed on the waste, and then we harvest the larvae. Then we wash, pasteurize, remove any pathogens, then we package, test, then we sell animal feeds. The residue that remains after these flies are eaten, it's taken through what we call thermophilic composting. It sanitizes the compost. We then cure it through time. We test, then we package for organic fertilizer. And as you can imagine, you need to maintain a colony. So a portion of the larvae that we produce from black soldier flies are allowed to go back in to become the colony so as to give us the larvae for the next cycle of feeding. At the very core, we view ourselves as the solution for cities. But what is interesting about the two products, that would be insect-based protein, BSF, for purposes of feeding animals, and then organic fertilizer for purposes of growing food, is that they take us back to where the food is produced in the rural areas. So it means that farmland is then more productive, then means that the animals are more productive, that food comes back in the city. That food again creates waste, and the cycle continues.
There's a huge opportunity for commercialization of insects and also creation of jobs. We have trained close to 6,000 farmers on how to produce insects, either for food or for feed. And we've seen a lot of tremendous changes in terms of their livelihood improvement because of adoption of this technology. Looking at our dependence on livestock and crop production and the implication that it has on climate change, we have to incorporate insects into our current food system.